Hi friends, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. Welcome back if you've been here. Welcome to my new yoga friends. I'm so appreciative for your presence in this community. It's an all levels, kind of chill stretch practice today. Move the whole body, and you only have a little bit of time to get your practice done. So let's get started. Grab your mat. I'll see you there. If you're still with me in the end, please subscribe and hit that super thanks button. Leave me a tip. Rocking the cords today. Too lazy to put the yoga pants on, but it's not lazy enough to skip my practice. So we're gonna start on the back in your constructive rest pose, knees knocking into touch, thigh bones melting into the hip sockets. We'll take a cactus arm and let your upper body unwind, your shoulders, your chest. Let your lower back be supported. And you can roll your head side to side, massage out the back of your head. Massage out any tension from your neck and down along the spine. And consider your intention for practice. What do you want to cultivate in this time on your mat? And let that intention help guide your effort. On your inhale, reach your arms up and heel toe your feet a little closer together. When you exhale, we're going to hug that right knee in and give it a squeeze. Then cross your right ankle over on top of the left thigh, coming into figure four. Then thread the needle, slip your right hand in between that space in your legs. Hands are in the left knee crease or the front of the shin. And we're gonna pause in figure four, rocking gently, tuning into your breath and noticing the area of the most sensation. Resting the area in between the shoulder blades. And then hug that left thigh a little closer. Feel that stretch or that opening in that right hip. And then lightly uncross, bring both feet onto the ground. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, squeeze your left knee in gently. Then cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh and thread the needle. And we're gonna come to figure four on this side. So the feet are a little bit flexed just to protect your knee joint. Then wrap that left thigh bone right into the hip socket and tune into how you feel today in that left hip. Notice any area that feels really tense and just breathe into that area. You can smooth out and elongate your inhale, then smooth out and elongate the exhale as we pause and linger here. Letting the collarbones be really soft. Let's hug the thighs a little in. And then uncross, take a full happy baby, reaching around for the ankles, the shins, or the outside edges of the feet. Soles of feet face the sky. And you can feel free to rock gently. Aligning the crown of head and the tail. Letting your lower back drape toward the floor. And taking a couple moments to linger and even out the hips and pelvis in your full happy baby. And then go ahead and open your elbows, lift your head, look toward your tail, bring your knees toward your underarms, exhale out, and release. Bring your feet onto the mat, windshield wiper a couple times. And then you can windshield wiper over to your right hand side and slowly make your way up into a tabletop position. So we'll arrive on all fours, gathering your belly, and start to press through the palms. Bring your chin toward your chest and round the spine, taking a big inhale into the back ribs, and then exhale hips to heels, coming into child's pose, inching your fingertips forward. Take a long stretch from pinkies to the hip creases, and then on your inhale, wave into a modified plank, and then exhale, press back hips to heels. So we're moving the body with the breath a few times. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale, press back, tuck your toes. Send the hips toward the heels. And then as you inhale, let's lift the belly and slide your right knee forward a little wider than the wrist. We'll come toward this pigeon, laying the top of that left foot flat. And we'll work here up on the fingertips, pausing, letting the gaze be straight ahead, letting the right sitting bone drop down. And it can feel nice to wag the tail a little bit. Good. And then we'll walk the hands over to the right, look over your right shoulder, breathe through that left side. Breathing all along that left side body, peeking back at your left hip, and then walk your fingertips back. We're going to walk your hands toward the lengthwise side of your mat. We're going to turn so that you're facing the back of your mat and you're looking at your left foot. Now, as you inhale, reach your right arm up, look up at the hand in the air. We're going to exhale, reach that right hand to the outer left foot and fold toward Janu Shirsasana. Wrap that left hand around, try to bind in the right hip and melt, forehead toward the left shin, and breathe through the left side seam. When you inhale, you feel the expansion of the breath into the right side, all the way into the right lower back. And then when you exhale, you may be able to fold into the pose a little more without force. Come back to your breath if your mind wanders away, and we'll linger for another couple moments, seeing if you can ease a little more into that fold. And then drop your tail slowly, come on up, cartwheel that right arm up and overhead. We're going to turn back to face the front of your mat. We're going to slide that right knee open, coming back into the pigeon position. And then tuck your left toes, lift your left thigh, and then slide your right foot back into a downward dog. And we'll pedal out the feet, lifting one heel at a time, finding the length of your lower back high, opening your knees slightly so they don't knock in. Inhale through your nose, exhale, let it out. And we'll roll forward into a plank, touch your knees down. Take your feet flat on your inhale, drop your belly, spread your chest forward, look up. Exhale, hips to heels, and stretch the hands forward. Find that extended child's pose. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Let your forehead rest down. Find the length of the tail back between your toes. Now lift your belly and slide your left knee forward, wider than the left wrist. Left foot's a little bit flexed. Lay your right leg long, all the way through the baby toe. Stay up on your fingertips. Plug the heads of your arm bones right into the shoulders. Lift up through the base of the skull. And you can wag your tail a little bit. Letting that left sitting bone gradually drop down. You can walk your fingertips to the left, crunch that left side, peek back at your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back, and we're going to turn toward the lengthwise side of your mat and then rotate to face the back of your mat, and you're facing your right foot. Right toes are pointing straight up, and this left foot's on the inner right thigh. Stretch your left arm right up alongside the ear for an inhale. We're going to exhale, reach around for that outside of your right foot, shin or ankle. Then fold and wrap your left hand around, trying to bind. Wrap your right hand around, trying to bind. Your right hand could also just be on your back or on the ground, depending on how you feel. And we'll stay here for a couple breaths, breathing space to any gripping. And you inhale, and a long, slow exhale eases you into the pose a small amount more without force. Breathing there. Folding a little more. And then dropping the tailbone, coming on up. Cartwheel that left arm up and over and start to turn. We're going to slide that left knee open a little wider than the wrist, coming into that pigeon shape in the legs. And then tuck your right toes, lift your right thigh, and plant your palms and slide that left foot back into downward dog and stretch the lower back up. Good. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out. We'll make our way into a tabletop. Stand up on your knees. Reach your arms out to a T on your inhale. Exhale, wrap your right arm underneath the left. Come into an eagle arms. So we're gonna bring the thumbs right toward your forehead. Lift your elbows for a back bend. And then exhale, pull your belly in and elbows toward your body. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, release, arms to a T. Rotate, backs of hands down. Rotate, palms up. And then left arm underneath, opposite arm under. Bring those thumbs right to the third eye. Drag that forehead up toward the sky on the inhale. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, waving up. Exhale, pulling in. One more inhale, waving up. Exhale, release the arms down. Open and close your arms a couple times. Walk your knees forward. Cross your ankles, sit back. Uncross, extend your heels out. Any amount of a V. It can be a short V or it can be a little wider V. We're gonna fold into Upavista Konasana. Take a couple moments to breathe there. Finding the length of the chest forward and then gradually folding into your wide-legged fold a little more. Resting your forehead down toward the ground or the support of your hands. Breathing space into the back body, the kidney band, the lower back sacrum. Anywhere that needs a little support. Find the breath surrounding that area with light, with healing, with goodness. And we'll start to slowly come on up, pull your belly in, lift your knees, zip your feet together, wrap your arms around your shins, give a little hug. Exhale down through the tail. Then hands in front of the shins, lift your heart on the inhale, lean back a little bit. And then we're gonna exhale, make your way down onto your back. Come down onto your back and bring the soles of feet together. Let your knees splay open into reclined bound angle position. So you can gauge how this feels. If it feels better to have your heels a little closer toward your tail, that's fine. Or maybe the heels are further away from your tail, so it's more of a diamond shape. Find a place to rest and observe for a couple of breaths. Of course, if this is too intense, you can always take constructive rest like we did at the beginning, where your knees knock in instead. But if it's feeling okay to explore staying for a few breaths in your Supta Baddha Konasana, it's reclined bound angle. Inhale, the belly expands, and then exhale, you hollow the belly out. And we're going to bring our focus down into the place where the thigh bones connect into the pelvis. Think of those thigh bones moving into the pelvis as we draw the knees in and bring your feet onto the floor, about hip width distance. And then hug your knees in and give yourself a squeeze. We're going to curl into a little ball. Big full inhale, expand your back ribs. And exhale, we're opening everything out into your restorative Shavasana position. Let go on your back. Let the floor support you. Let everything be for a little while. Let everything fall into place. Corners of the eyes, corners of the mouth are soft. And the palms are facing up in this gesture of receptivity for whatever insight you might notice. Receptivity for the wisdom of your own intuition that's available in the stillness. Let's cultivate gratitude right now for anything at all you have to be grateful for. Invite that into your body, to your cells. And we're going to wiggle the toes. So we're going to prepare to come out. If you're feeling like you need to stay a little longer here, you could always feel free. And when you're ready, reach your arms overhead. Imagine you're hitting the restart button. And then gather your knees in. Give yourself some compassion, some love, some kindness for exactly where you're at today. And when you're ready, roll to the left-hand side and gradually take your time to press up to sit. Meeting again in an upright seat, let your shoulder blades glide down. Bring your hands gently to heart center and thank yourself for showing up on your mat And I wish you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Great job if you're still with me. Thanks for making it through this practice. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that super thanks button if you particularly enjoyed my practice. I'm always answering comments that are nice and respectful. They bring me a lot of joy. So again, I'm grateful for your presence in my community, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel more. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.